Hello everyone, welcome back to Kimberlane Cooks. We are making taco salad this evening and we're going to get right to it and not waste your time. I hope everybody had a good day. Thankfully, no major storms today, even though we had some close calls again. So we're going to start out this recipe with 1 pound of ground beef. Mine is about 90-10. It really doesn't matter what yours is. Just drain it when you're done cooking it. So thing about cooking it is I season my ground beef when it's cooking and then after I drain it. So you do what you like to do, but I feel like it gives more flavor. So put your ground beef in the pan. I chop up half of a large onion and I put that in there as well. I chop up 2 jalapenos and de-seed them, and a part of a bell pepper. That's optional, all that, but that's what I do. And so I wait till my ground beef is about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way cooked. And then I add the vegetables, the onions, the green pepper, and the jalapenos. Meanwhile, I have already seasoned my ground beef with about 1 ounce or 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning, or 1 package of taco seasoning of your choosing. Sometimes I make my own taco seasoning if I don't have any. Okay, so you're browning your ground beef. You've put in your taco seasoning. It's 2/3 of the way done. You add your jalapenos, your onions, and your bell pepper. You cook that until the ground beef is done. You drain it, put it back in the pan, and this is where I'm at right now. You re-season it with some more taco salad. Now, I don't put another 2 tablespoons in there. It's probably more like 1 tablespoon. And I put about a little over a teaspoon of black pepper in there. I don't know if you've watched my other videos, but you hear me talk about how ground beef loves black pepper. It just gives it a lot more flavor and it just makes it taste better. So the next thing I do after I put it back in the pan is I take 1 can of green chilies. So these are fire roasted, medium heat, and this is a 4 ounce can. And I put that in my pan with my hamburger mixture. And I mix that all up, and then I let it continue to sit in the pan while I'm chopping up the rest of my vegetables and all that good stuff, okay? So we're letting that sit. I'm not taking you over to the stove tonight because I feel like it's too much of a weaving and bobbing and probably give you a whiplash or something. So anyway, in my bowl here I have a red bell pepper, green bell pepper, some green onions, and about, I don't know, 3/4 of a cup of chopped tomatoes. And to that, we're going to add 1 small can of sliced black olives. You can leave them out if you don't like black olives. Those are a love-hate thing, I think, with most people, but we love them here, so we're going to put lots of black olives in ours. The next thing I do is I open a can of ranch-style beans, and I'll show you the can in just a minute. And you see how it's partially empty? That's because I drained off just that top fluid. I don't drain the whole can, just the fluid that's sitting on top. And then I put that in my bowl, okay? And this is what the ranch style beans look like right here, ranch style beans. So let me wash my hands off real quick. And I'll just give that a little stir. Try not to stir it too much or your beans will start breaking down and you'll have refried bean taco salad. Okay. Usually I put about 2 cups of Catalina in here. A lot of times I will hold back. This is a 24 ounce bottle. I don't put a full 16 ounces in there. The reason why I do that is some people like more than others, more Catalina flavoring than others, okay? There we go. That's all mixed up, all right? Next thing you're gonna do is set that to the side, and you're gonna take your head of lettuce and you're going to chop up some lettuce. I'm gonna bring my cutting board back over to the table here. I have just washed that off from my other veggies. Okay, so you take your head of lettuce. Of course, I core mine, I rinse it, and I let it drain really good to make sure there's no ick on there. But I usually end up with a whole head of lettuce for this recipe. However, if you're going to want to, if there's like us, there's only 2 of us eating this tonight. So we are not going to eat a whole head of lettuce and, oops, and so what I'll do is I will save this lettuce and I'll only put in our bowl. I won't mix that in with I don't mix it in with this. I put the lettuce in the bowl, right? I'm gonna set this to the side so I can wrap that up later. All right, first you gotta chop it though. Gotta chop your lettuce. You want it to be nice little bite-sized pieces so you're not having to fight with it too much. But you don't want it shredded either. Just nice bite-sized pieces you can get onto your fork, you know. But you do you if you like it a different way. Some people don't mind that. So I'm gonna put some in this bowl and some in that bowl. There we go. And okay, so I have 2 bowls here with some lettuce in it. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Rinse off my hands. We're trying to go as quick as we can tonight. Try not to drag this out for you. Okay, so now that we have that done, and this has had time to kind of sit and get used to each other, we will take our hamburger, all right, and we will put our hamburger meat in the bowl, okay? And here we go. My pan that I cooked in is so old and ugly, I'd hate to show it to you. But anyway, it is a Pioneer Woman saute pan. Well, it's a 2-inch deep non-stick pan, you know. But the inside of it is still great and it works great, but the outside of it just looks horrible. It's all scratched up and everything else. So anyway, so now that we have that done, I'll put this in the sink. We will just lightly turn this. Try not to crush your beans too much. Just kind of fold it over onto itself and mix everything up really good. Okay, that's probably pretty good right there. All right, so that'll sit. I usually let it sit for a few minutes and while I'm grating the cheese, okay? And I'm leaving my dressing out in case my hubby wants more, and he might. And so you can see we have a lovely antique bowl here. And I've already shredded some cheese. So, and some people will put cilantro and sour cream. I usually put sour cream, and I use the cilantro if I happen to have it on hand. Cilantro goes bad really quick, so I don't always, well, now I'm wondering if the sour cream is gone. Apparently, it might be, it's hiding back here, no? Mm-mm. Well, folks, I'm out of sour cream, so I guess we're not having sour cream tonight with our salad. That's okay. It's still great without it. Okay, so I'm going to take and spoon a little bit of this on to the salad here. There you go. And then I will take and put some shredded cheese on there. There we go. And you remember we said this is Dorito. I have some pepper jack mixed in there, so get all that crumbled up. Okay. Well, this is my hubby's bowl. I think he likes more cheese. Okay. All right. So this is Dorito Taco Salad. So you just take your bag of Doritos. I use the plain old nacho cheese Doritos. It's just a classic favorite. There are so many flavors now. I think I might at some point try the chili, sweet chili Doritos in this to see how it goes. I also, oh, I forgot to tell you, one of my secret ingredients, I added a little bit of the syrup that I saved from our canning event for the candied jalapenos yesterday. Don't tell. And I put a little bit of that in with my hamburger mixture. and I think it's going to be wonderful. So my hubby probably likes a little more dressing, so I'm going to just pour a little more dressing on there for him. And that's it, folks. That is Dorito Taco Salad Kim's way. I call it Dorito Taco Salad 2.0 because it has a lot of different things in there that isn't normally in taco salad. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy this recipe. Let me know if you do anything fun and unusual to your salad, your taco salad recipe that makes it out of this world. I hope y'all have a great evening. Take care. Be safe. Okay, folks, we're going to run this recipe down. You need 1 pound ground beef, 1.5 packages of taco seasoning or 3 tablespoons taco seasoning, a half a cup of water, and I'll get to that in a second. I didn't tell you that earlier. Half of a large onion, chopped. 2 to 3 jalapenos, chopped. Half a bell pepper, chopped. All right. You're also going to need 1 head of lettuce. Chop up however much you're going to use for the evening. You're also going to need 1 red bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper, 1 cup of tomatoes chopped, 1 bunch of green onions sliced, 1 4-ounce can of green chilies, medium flavors what we use, 1 small can or half a cup of sliced black olives. Obviously, if you're going to use the can, you drain it. 1 can of ranch style beans, and I drained some of the fluid off the top. 1 16-ounce bottle of Catalina dressing. Your brand of choice. This is not my favorite brand, by the way. They didn't have my favorite brand. Anyhow, 1 cup of shredded cheddar, 1 bag of Doritos, and then if you'd like toppings like sour cream, cilantro, whatever, you could put that on there. So you saw how I cooked it. The only thing that I'm going to add to the cooking thing is when you add your taco seasoning into your ground beef, add about a half a cup of water with it. That keeps the ground beef from getting too tough when it cooks, and it helps develop that, I would say, sauce with the ground beef. Okay, other than that, that's it. And I hope you enjoy this wonderful, wonderful taco salad 2.0. Have a good day.